Well, wait a minute. I gotta talk about some real stuff. And I have to go live to do it. Hey, hey, hey. Come on through. Come on through. I got some. Is it important? Yeah. Is it juicy? Maybe to some people, but I want to help somebody. Come on through. Come on through. So this is going to be recorded. Here we go. Wait, before I start, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed. Like this video. Okay, comment on it, and I'll make sure I return the love. Okay, get in here. What we talking about in here? When it just don't feel right. What do you do when you're in a relationship and you tried everything and then now it just don't feel right? What do you do? What do you do? When I say tried everything, I mean you've talked about it, you've talked it out, you've expressed your concern and expressed your needs, desires, and wants, and it's still like go with the flow, whatever. This is life. But nobody is slaves, and uh, nobody is a slave in the relationship. Nobody has a gun pointed at their head in the relationship. So be careful with staying in a relationship because you've gotten used to a certain way. Be careful with that because you're supposed to be in that relationship. This is not fairy tale stuff where you should be happy. This is not just in fairy tales. This is not fairy tale stuff where you should spend quality time together and have date nights. This is not fairy tale stuff. This is real life. So you got to be careful that you don't get into a position where it's made to make you feel like that's just fairy tales. And at this point in your life, baby, you got to be in control. You got to be in control at this point in your life. And happiness is what comes first. So, with that, there is some fear of anything new, any change. There's fear, and that's fine, and that's normal. But that little bit of fear to push you to where you need to go to better yourself in life, that's fine. Because I think, and I'm not a marriage counselor. I'm just married, been married 15, almost 16 years, and was raised in a household with both my parents. They've been married almost 56 years or something like that. So I know the ups and downs and how things go. But here's the thing. And I've said it before, you got to be careful with, okay, you've been in a relationship a long time. You want to make sure it's because it's where you want to be. And it's for the right reasons and not for the wrong reasons. What are the wrong reasons to be there? Because of the kids. I don't think I could find nobody else at this point in my life. All that stuff wrong. Somebody for everybody. And don't ever settle. What I mean by settle is settle your happiness. Don't settle your happiness. And as I minister to you, I minister to myself. Don't settle your happiness. You be like, well, dog, maybe I do want to. I do want too much. Well, he here. He here. So let me just chill out, Chop, please. I don't know what be changing with age, but honey, you would think that in younger years I would have checked certain situations, but I didn't because one, I wasn't sure on what I really wanted. Uh, and then number two, I didn't want confrontation. But see, now I know that confrontation is communication. So you have to communicate. But when you communicate and then it's still like whatever, like for granted, like nothing, you got to reconsider your situation. You got to reconsider. Why? Why do you have to reconsider? You have to. Because if you do not reconsider, you're trying to change people. And we're not doing that. We're not wasting our time with that. So instead of trying to change people, what we're going to do is focus on ourselves and go within. And what does that do? That makes me love me more and then focus my attention on me more. And that helps me to take away expectations, because I feel like whenever I'm expecting too much, that's when I get hurt. Whenever my expectations are up here, that's when it's always some junk. So those expectations got to cut back. A lot of times, you be feeling like you're going crazy. Like, I know for a fact that it shouldn't be like this or that, and I know for a fact that I should be treated. No, yeah, you should. You should be treated like a queen. You should. These lives are powerful. It's just like when you are having issues and then you look in the mirror and talk. It's like that. It's to the point where it's therapy, because you know that these videos aren't going to be here and they're lasting forever unless you delete them. But they're also going to help somebody else. So, that being said, what can you do today? What is one thing you can do today to be like, bump y'all, it's all about me. What can I do? Because when you are in a better place, you come off better to the world. And you don't come off as this person who feels entitled to love and all of that. That's clingy. That's nobody wants that. Well, in conclusion, in conclusion, don't set aside your happiness and your peace or anything for anybody. If you're second guessing it, if you're questioning yourself too much, like, why is it every day it's like this? Do it really have to be? No, it don't have to be. Okay. I'm not a marriage counselor, like I said, but I have been in this game long enough to know that sometimes you have to cut your losses. You try as hard as you can. You try. But sometimes you grow apart. You outgrow a situation, you grow apart. And sometimes it's for the better. Again, it's scary, but things happen for a reason. So let's let this play out. Comment below what you think about that. Have you ever felt like in a relationship, something just not right, And if you have, what was the outcome? Sometimes if you listen to that from the beginning, you can save yourself a lot of heartache. I'm about to listen to it. Peace.